All right. Hey, everybody. So, in this coaching series, I really wanted to talk about authenticity. And this is, again, another topic that is just so near and dear to my heart. All of them are, to be honest, because I love talking about this stuff. But authenticity is something that I would say last year, 2017, is something for me that I really grasped onto. And I feel like I really kind of dove into the definition and made it very personal to how I was living my life and how I really wanted to live my life going forward. And so, authenticity is something that you may have heard before, but I always like to kind of give a brief definition and tell you why it's so important. So, authenticity can be defined as being true to one's own personality, spirit, or character. And in the very simplest term, authenticity is just not being false or being an imitation. And again, the reason why authenticity is so important, if you've ever felt compelled to compare yourself or somehow compete, and there's this inner thing, and it's a bunch of stuff that can be going on, and you're just saying, but that's not me. And so I would say, again, last year was really where I just leaned into the concept and just said, okay, who am I being? And is that person really true to who I want to be? Does it represent who I am, who I want to be going forward? Or are there things that I just need to let go? And one way to kind of determine if you're being authentic, and again, you can apply it to a lot of different things, to your personal home life, to your work life, to almost, again, any particular thing. But if you were to think about authenticity in one particular setting, do you show up there feeling fully confident that who you are is perfectly fine? And not by definition of what other people think, but simply how you show up and how you participate or decide not to participate, simply how you are presenting yourself. And when I kind of did that evaluation, I will tell you, and the kind of the metaphor that I had for myself is there was this giant chest. If you think of like a toy chest, there was this giant chest of masks. And I had masks for work. I had masks at home. I had masks, in front of friends, family. I mean, I would say work and home were the major ones where I had the masks, but it was so clear to me that authenticity was not something that I was really honoring for myself, because I would say, well, this mask is really how I'm supposed to show up at work, even though this is really how I feel about work. Or this mask is how I really should be showing up for my husband and my children, but this is really how I feel about, when I come home. And so again, no judgment as far as, how I was feeling. I wasn't aware, that I was putting on these masks in order to essentially present something that I was not really representing in myself. So let's get into the questions. The first question is, what does authenticity mean to you? Second question, what mask can you take off? If you're thinking about a scenario where you are not authentic to yourself, and that may represent a mask, what mask can you take off and be more authentic? And then the last question is, what's one thing you can begin doing to keep the mask off? And this seems like that's where the challenge is. So again, I'll take it back to my example. I had a whole chest of masks. And so at any given day, I could dig in and pick one. But after I realized what I was doing, then I would have to decide, am I going to show up authentically, or am I going to reach in, put on another mask? I hope you'll join me in the next session. Bye.